Jones looking to throw right away. And caught by Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Throwing, Jones. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, Jones. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Running the jet sweep, Thornton. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Stevenson. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Browns at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This defense for the Pats, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching them try to take away that area of the field.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. 3-2 their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll make the score 14-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, 61 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now the punt here on 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Going up top. And now Watson throws another interception. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Pats will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Jones, a final shot before break. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 10, Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
Watson on first down, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 23. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. Touchdown. David Njoku from 17 yards out. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on second down. Jones finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Watson on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Patriots get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Here's Jones to throw from his end zone. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now Chubb running right. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last.
Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Browns strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Jones. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
That's caught by Thornton. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his man, Thornton. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. To throw is Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They toss it left side to Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Watson now to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit